fullbacks, the linebackers, you know that in their zone coverage, they were able to drop, see the ball thrown, and react to it very quickly.
Now here's a defensive timeout called by the Chiefs. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. Offense trying to avoid stalling out, facing a 3rd and 10. They'll put 2 receivers left, 2 to the right. Throwing is Manning. And incomplete. The contact made the ball roam free and brings up 4th down. Here's Brad Wing now. On for his second punt. He'd take a repeat of his first. And he's able to get it out of there, and this is a pretty good kick. And he'll take it just outside the 40. Give him 11 yards that time on the return. And this offense will take over right at the midfield stripe with a 1st and 10. Now the Chiefs offense, they get ready to head on the field. Looked like they had something going last drive. Then the interception happened. Will they recover?
The memory they need to keep with them is that they did have something going. They were moving the ball on offense, had a nice sequence going. Don't worry about the other part. You can't get that back. Let's go back to what you were doing well before.
I thought you were going to say they need to have no memory, but remember the good part, forget the bad.
I like that even better.
And here's a look at the starting offense. 2nd down following the run. Smith now to throw. It's Hill, complete. And he'll be brought down, it looks like right at the 40. Give him 6 on the play, and that'll bring up a 3rd down.
When you see zone defense and you know you've got a drag route on as your primary call, you've got to be really careful as a passer about how far you let your guy go because he might wander into some tough coverage.
And 5 in the secondary now for the Giants on 3rd down. Smith. And he couldn't hang on to it through the contact. Incomplete.
Whenever I see a drop like that, I have to kind of take a step back and check myself a little bit. So used to seeing those big guys make big-time spectacular plays that when they drop one, I have to remind myself, we ask a lot out of these guys. Block and catch the football, not easily done in today's NFL.
Too long for a field goal, too short to punt that in-between range, and they'll go for it on 4th down. Play clock down to 2, and we get a signal and a timeout. And that's their second charge timeout here in this first quarter. They're down to 1 remaining. Feeling like they're not quite in field goal range yet. They're going to go for it on 4th. They snap it to Smith. A dump off for Charles. And he gets it to the 34. Good enough for the first. Back now with Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin as the Chiefs in possession of the football as we begin the second quarter. And they've got it here with a 1st down. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll get this down to about the 30, 31-yard line. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up 2nd down.
Not a run that you're going to write home about, but still a good 1st down run. That's what an offense calls staying on schedule. 3 to 4 yards on 1st down, you're set up very well for the rest of the drive.
Six yards to go here on 2nd down. A shotgun snap for Smith. And this is caught. A spectacular one-handed grab there. 4 yards on the pickup, and that's going to bring up a third down.
Gotta love the catch. I think you gotta love the gloves as well.
Yeah, these one-handed catches, that was great, and they're fun. They're becoming a little more ho-hum, aren't they?
Yeah, they really are. And I know that it sounds like we're taking credit away from the guys, and we don't mean that at all. They really work hard on this one-handed catch thing, but I think the gloves have to be helping in a big way.
They'll run it now out of the gun. A loss of a yard, and it brings up fourth.
Well, there's another example of why they haven't scored any points so far. I think it's time to abandon the run game, spread things out, and go to the air. It certainly can't be any worse than what they've done so far.
The field goal unit's going to stay put on the sideline. They're going to go on fourth down here. On fourth down, Smith. Catch here, left side, Thomas. 17 yards on the pickup. And the decision to go for it pays off. They've got a first and goal.
Well, the field goal attempt was well in hand. They had that, but they decided to go for it anyway. Extreme confidence, it looks like.
Yeah, but I bet the defense is going to remember this one, right? They kind of rubbed their nose in it. And no press coverage here. They are backing off in the secondary. This will be caught at about the 6. Call it a gain of 5, and that'll make it second and goal.
Completion was given up, but that's why you play zone defense, so that you can have people around the ball when it's caught, and you don't give up much run after the catch.
They go back to the ground now with Charles. And he is going to lose yardage here. It's a loss of 2, now third down.
Partner, we're into the second quarter, and I guess you can kind of look at it both ways. The offense, they've got to figure out what they're going to do because they haven't scored any points. But if you're the defense, you're feeling great about what you got going on. The only concern you have, if you get to the half, what adjustments will the offense make to try to defeat you?
And on the outside, they're playing press coverage. Now Smith on third and goal. And he fires one that's intercepted. A great read, and it's picked off. And not much on the return there. He'll take it only up to the 9-yard line. And here comes the Giants offense back out onto the field. And still no points on the scoreboard. You're coming off of the 3 and out. They're just looking for anything to grab onto right now, aren't they?
I'm wondering if someone's going to take charge in the huddle. You know, we always look to the quarterback, but sometimes it's another player on the team, a star, a veteran, someone with some excitement and energy. It's like, all right, guys, let's shake things up and let's go, because they still have an opportunity to make things happen.
Shake it off.
Good throw, good catch, but I really like the route. The drag and being able to run away from defenders, hard to stick with them for that long.
Yeah, better against man than zone, or?
Better against man, because now you're running away from someone and you're not running into a defensive player in another zone.
Throwing on first down is Manning. And the tip there altered the ball flight, and it falls incomplete. It'll be second down. Partner, through 2 weeks of the season, what have you thought of the rookie quarterbacks? You know, what made me think of that, Jared Goff did dress last week. Obviously didn't play, but he was on the sideline. But what have you thought of some of the rookie quarterback play?
Well, I'm just going to start with Jared Goff because so many people are wondering, hey, how come he's not out there? Well, listen, Carson Palmer, remember when he got drafted #1 overall? Sat for an entire year in Cincinnati. Had to learn the ropes. So sometimes that happens. You bring him along a little bit slower. But Dak Prescott, I'm incredibly impressed with. Not just the poise, but the playmaking ability. And he has Dallas at 1-1 right now. Jacoby Brissett had to come in and play for New England after Jimmy Garoppolo got hurt. Led them to a touchdown drive, and they hung on and won against Miami. And Carson Wentz, the learning curve continues for the rookie quarterback in Philadelphia.
Throwing is Manning on third down. Larry Donnell the target, and he's got it. And he's able to get it to the 33. Good enough for a first down. They'll send Beckham alone to the left side. Manning now on first down. Oh, a scrap for the football, and he's going to come down with it. They'll get 32 yards there, and that'll be good for a Giants first.
That was good coverage that was defeated by someone who just wanted the ball more, and it resulted in a big gain downfield.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And not much running room. Down to the 32. Call it a gain of 4 on first, and that'll make it second down.
Well, if you're a football guy, that's a pretty run because everyone is in sync right there. Obviously, the guy carrying the ball, but how about the people up front? Leverage, athleticism, they created some nice space for him.
On second down, here's Manning. And now the ball comes out. Manning lost it. So it goes as a fumble, but the key thing, not a fumble loss.
Yeah, that stat's big, isn't it? I mean, I remember watching teams play. The ball might be on the ground a number of times during the game, but the other team doesn't get it. That's a huge difference in the ball game. And in this case, they were able to retain possession.
Manning. And that is incomplete.
We know it's not an easy job to go out and catch passes when people are trying to tackle you and knock the ball away. But the bottom line is, that's a pass he's got to have and a pass he should have caught.
He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. And a nice job here on special teams. This will be down inside the 10 at the 8-yard line. Here's the Kansas City offense now as they get set to take over. And 2 interceptions thrown here in this first half. You hear it, no matter the sport, they say the great athletes, they can kind of have a short-term memory, but that's easier said than done.
It is easier said than done, but I played with a guy who threw 2 interceptions in the first quarter of a really big game we were playing.
Johnny Unitas?
And no, not quite of that level.
Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense. And with halftime on the horizon, they'll be out of timeouts from here forward. And after the play on the ground, that brings up second down here. They come up in an offset eye. On second down, Jamal Charles. He lost 2 there, and it's third down. They got the ball in the outer third of the field, but they could not seal that edge and lost yardage.
And I love how you brought that up because sealing the edge is often a function of the offensive tackle on the line of scrimmage, oftentimes a tight end, maybe your H-back, someone to set the edge of the line of scrimmage to give them a...
And for the third time here in this half, it's intercepted. A great read, and it's picked off. And they're going to take over right there at the 22-yard line. And New York set to take the field. And where the ball is now, you got the field goal pretty much in the bag. Now do you try for the end zone a couple of times?
I don't think there's any question about it. You might get a gift of 6 points rather than the 3 that you just noted that you feel like you already have. Be aggressive, go after it, and try and get those points. How many times when we see an incomplete pass, we just look at the receiver and say, should have caught that one. That was a drop, and we just put it on the offense. How about a little credit for the defense there? They just forced an incompletion.
Yeah, especially after starting in a tough spot defensively, but a good start there on first down.
That gave them a little extra confidence there, starting, as you said, in a tough spot and being able to make a play on first down.
Manning again here. And now the ball comes out. Manning lost it. But I believe the Giants got this back, and they will hold on to the possession. Call it luck or skill, whatever the case is, they're feeling good about just keeping the football there.
Yeah, the biggest thing that they're calling it now, our ball. I mean, they don't care if it was luck or skill. Boy, the panic that jumps up in your chest when that ball's on the ground, whether you get it or your teammate gets it, just as long as you maintain possession, that's all you're looking for.
So with 2 ticks left here in the half, on is the field goal unit. It'll be a 47-yard attempt from the left hash. And Brown missed it. Off to the left, no good. Time for a break. We've hit halftime. 2 quarters down, 2 still remain.